the Phantom Realtor.
Like,
Correct.
who's the real Imran? Who's the real Julian Scott?
Yeah.
I know Elon Musk, which is basically a computer in itself.
How shoveling for you? Withdraw,
Just
right?
greedy little gremlins just taken from you.
Why do we pick the name Weekly Deposit?
Jungle feel vibe of Mexico.
Hot Cheetos the other day, and we're like the red 40 in it.
But you showed me a really cool app, but they don't grasp the power of social media. They don't.
Stomach.
Is it going down?
Mind, and it has the body. So then that's where you get the Terminator type thing.
Tech heads out there is the chat GPT. I feel so bad for him. Is it Mbappe? Mbappe?
Called 75 hard, right?
Real estate is recession proof.
So who's the final piece? Who's the final piece to the thing?
I think you both gotta give him respect.
I built the Louvre, and now bring the Mona Lisa.
Julie, you stuck in the snow.
Okay, welcome to Weekly Deposit episode 1. We are going back to episode 1. We're calling this the Phantom Realtor. So we wanted to go back to episode 1. We actually lost episode 1, and we felt the best way to kind of just go back so we can tell the whole audience, everyone at home, everyone listening, watching, who we are, what we do, why we started this podcast, and hopefully they get to know a little bit more about us before we start having, guests on every week.
Yeah, you got to get to know your host. I mean,
yes. So with that being said, let's start with you.
Yeah.
Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone? Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then kind of what you do. And then we can kind of go from there, and how you got there too, how you got to this point here.
Point of this podcast. So,
yes.
So my name is Julian Scott. I am the co-owner of Superior Realty Group and also the co-host of Weekly Deposit. I am from St. Paul, Minnesota, where we're shooting this at right now. It is in St. Paul, downtown St. Paul. I've been in the real estate business for six years now. Going on 7 years. So you could kind of call me a OG in the game, as some will put it.
Yes.
I love basketball. I love being outdoors. I love football. A lot of people that know me that I'm a sports junkie. I talk a lot of ish about other teams, and I'm very competitive.
Yeah. Julian usually has ESPN on all the time.
All the time. There's a stat I don't know.
No.
But yeah, I love being outdoors. I love traveling. I feel like, and we've talked about this before, is that people that travel are some of the most smartest people in the world. If you could hold a book up and someone that reads 20 books, or someone that's made 20 destinations of traveling across the country, who is the smarter person?
Yeah.
Who would you pick?
Obviously the person that's actually done it.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, that's just a little bit about me and who I am.
How did you get into real estate? And then I guess the prequel to that question is, where were you at before real estate?
Yeah. So I got into real estate right after my recruiting career. I was a healthcare recruiter. And I just felt like it really wasn't me. I've always had real estate in my family. My cousin owned a construction business on the east side. When I was in college, I would come back and I would work on houses with him. He was big into flips, all that. And then my mom also had a run with lending on the side. She's in HR business, but she was a part-time lender as well in the, I think, 2008 to 2010.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And we all know what happened during that time. She didn't get in trouble. Just one disclaimer. She was
one of the good lenders.
Yes, she was one of the
one
good
of the
lenders.
very few.
Yep. So I've always been in real estate. She actually brought it towards me because I told her that I really was not feeling my first big boy job of being a recruiter, and she said, how about getting into real estate? So and that's what I did, and I haven't looked back since.
Awesome. No, I remember you came into what's a smaller brokerage at the time, and that's how we met. At VSM in St. Paul.
Yep.
And that's where we met, and I think I was the first person to show you how to do A
A CMA, yeah, a CMA.
Which for people who don't know what a CMA is a comparative market analysis.
Yep.
What we in the real estate industry use to see what your home is worth. It's what we use with comps and everything like that to see what what your home should be priced at.
Yeah.
And then that's where we met. And then I think you left VSM and then you went somewhere else.
Yes. So I did leave VSM. I was with VSM for a short stint, and then I joined a team that's closer to my house. I live in the South Metro. I live in Apple Valley, and they're also in the South Metro as well too. I was with them for I would say quite a long time. I was with them for about 3 or 4 years, and had a great run with them, and then left. And me and Imran kept up with each other over the years and all that. You were doing your thing, I was doing my thing.
Yeah, we did a few deals together too.
Yep, we did, and we were like, hey, how about we just start this thing on our own and grow from there. You have ideas that I love, and I have ideas that you love, and we've got together. We've stayed friends throughout this business. We just decided to start it up, and we've been rocking and rolling since December 2021.
Yes. I feel like we both had our ideas, very similar ideas on what we wanted real estate to be.
Yes.
And what we felt was missing in real estate. And we'll get to that subject a little bit more here. But kind of going back, I think you touched on your love of sports and everything like that. You also used to be a basketball coach.
Yes.
I know you did it before, and you have done it a few times.
Yeah, so I did 4 years. I was coaching Edina traveling basketball, coached 7th graders and 8th graders. And I loved it. And, unfortunately, I couldn't split my time up because that is a dedication and a commitment. I could not do that with growing the business.
Yes.
So I'm not doing it this year.
I always, we both love sports. We connect over that.
Correct. Yeah.
And I always felt like sports is such a correlation with life and business and everything. What's some things that you feel like your basketball side has taught your realtor side, and your realtor side has taught your basketball side?
I think basketball is it's an interesting sport, and it does correlate a lot with real estate. You could have all the talent in the world, but if you don't put the work ethic into it, then your skills and your play is going to show.
Yep.
Because in basketball, it's something that you have to continuously work on it in the off season, during the season, and it's the same thing with real estate. This isn't a one-trick pony business. You have to be working on, how you speak to people, how your preparation is. You have to treat it like you're playing in a game, or you're
a high level athlete.
Yeah, you're a high level athlete. Yeah, and I think that you can even put that in with sales too. You always have to be working on yourself so you can perform
improve your game
and do better. Just because you had a great game yesterday does not mean you're going to have a great game today.
I can't tell you how much my mentors have always told me. It's like, I always felt like when I did something, I'm like, oh man, it was so big. They're like, okay, well, what's next? What did you do now? What have you done for me lately? And I before I didn't think about it that way. I was so in the celebratory mood of the win that now I'm like, right. It's like I win. We do a win, and then we're like, "What's next? What's the next thing?"
You have a closing. Like, that's great. You worked your butt off.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Now what's
next?
What's next? Yeah.
What's next?
You can't. It's like there's no time to dwell.
No, there's not. And that's another thing. You never get too high. You never get too low. You stay even kill. Be humble. And it's the same thing with basketball. Guys get too cocky or whatever. They had a great game, and then they meet someone that lock them up. Yeah. And then now they're crying boo-hoo.
Yeah, right? But no, the good players will go back, learn from that, watch tape,
film, all that stuff. So it's the same thing. You always got to look at it like I can get better from yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
do you think I'm better than some of those kids on your team?
I don't know, man. I had so, and I hope
my basketball days are over. I had the ugliest form. Who had the ugliest form shot? Probably Reggie Miller, right? You would say.
Nah, you can't
Reggie
you can't do Reggie
shot.
like that.
Yeah,
I think.
Come on. I said his shot, his
form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
No.
was ugly.
I was gonna say Sean Marion from the Phoenix Suns.
Oh yeah.
Bruh.
But no, Reggie was a
chest.
shooter too. Yeah.
Reggie, I mean, Sean Marion, yeah, he's a shooter. He was efficient, but it's like it was like a hit shot. It was, maybe this podcast might be big enough one day and Sean Marion might look at it. I apologize in advance, but like, come on.
No,
now.
He knows. Come on.
Come on now.
It's like I'm sure enough coaches over time is like, yo, what are you doing?
That thing is disgusting.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, we got into real estate, everything like that, the outdoors. You talked a little bit about traveling. I guess my question in regards to that is where's where you feel is like the best place you've ever traveled and why?
I love Mexico.
Okay.
I love being on the beach. I love the warm weather.
Yeah.
I love the vibe.
Everyone in Minnesota, especially this week, loves the warm weather.
I know. Well, you got to think about it. With me, I lived in a cold climate my entire life.
Yeah.
I've never lived in a warm climate before. Mm-hmm. I've only visited warm climates. Like I've lived in Minnesota and Chicago. Those are and both are cold. Yep. You know what I mean? So I love being on the beach. I wouldn't say never, but it doesn't thrill me to like go to Iceland or something like that. Like I'm already in the cold. Why do I want to travel to another cold place?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
no, that's true.
Yeah, I like being just in warm climates.
Is there a specific spot in Mexico you like going?
I mean, all of them are nice. To be honest with you, I would love to go check out Tulum. I heard Tulum is really nice, where you get the actual like jungle feel vibe of Mexico.
Oh,
you
really?
know? Yeah, I heard it's beautiful down there. I know you are an avid traveler to Mexico. You like to go a lot as well.
Yes, I do. I went to Puerto Vallarta, and yes, I honestly loved it.
Would you live down there?
I don't know about live down there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know about live down there. I think there's spots I like to go travel to, and then there's spots that I potentially would like to live.
Okay.
But probably not Puerto Vallarta, to be honest with you.
Really, where?
Maybe a house there one day, but
okay.
I don't think I could see myself long periods living there.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. The Caribbean's another place that I would love to.
Yes, the Caribbean's. I've been to an island in the Caribbean's, Turks and Caicos, and I think that was one of my favorite spots. Would I live there? Probably not again for a long time, but it would be a great like vacation spot, vacation home, week, 2 weeks.
Then that's it.
Potentially, yeah. Or, if you're really a month or something, but not
a month in the Caribbean's.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really having like a great time. When I went too, it was kind of COVID. Mm-hmm. So it was like some stuff was closed and it wasn't as attractive, but I kind of liked it. It was more chill, low key. Mm-hmm. Got to go horseback riding in the ocean, jet skiing, that stuff. So
yeah,
waters were
the horseback riding in the ocean. That kind of tripped me up. How was that?
It was amazing. It's like we learned about all the horses, their unique personalities. Like the podcast we had with Cindy, she told us a lot about horses and. Honestly, it was amazing. The water's like this turquoise color, and it's just it's
beautiful out there.
Yeah. I feel like closing my eyes and just being like I'm mentally back over there, especially after the crazy weather week we had and everything like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've kind of got to know Julian a little bit. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Amran Baha. I immigrated here when I was just a little kid, probably 2 years old. We came originally to Arizona, and we lived there for a few months. And my uncle then told us about Minnesota and was like, come to Minnesota, it's great, blah, 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 everything. I think he only left out the cold part. So I've been here since 2 years old, grew up here, grew up in South Minneapolis, went to elementary, high school, college, everything there. Minnesota is my home.
So with Minnesota, have you ever thought about leaving Minnesota?
Oh,
Since you've been here for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I've for sure thought about it and everything like that. Right now, that's probably not going to be the case, but it has crossed my mind and something in the future.
Okay.
Cross that bridge when I get to it. But as of right now, I worked in various like retail sales jobs, T-Mobile and stuff like that. I knew I wanted to be in a kind of people interaction business. Mm-hmm. And my mentor, who I originally worked with in T-Mobile, then he left and I kind of ran into him. It's a funny way the universe works. I ran into him at this lounge and he's like, "Hey, I'm in this new business. Come check out my my office and everything," who was the owner of VSM, where I eventually met Julian, right? Here's the universe working. So he's like, "Come check out my office," everything like that. And at that time I was going to U of M and stuff. And I don't know. For me, the school thing just wasn't, I was like learning stuff that I could care less about. I'm like, I really want to get to know about financing and other, wealth creating methods, real estate, stocks, how taxes work. So all that stuff, I was super interested in how businesses work. So I was super interested in that stuff, and I just didn't feel the school was teaching me. So I left, got my real estate license in 2013, and I originally was doing like property management stuff, so rental stuff, just trying to get my feet wet, trying to make some money, stuff like that. I got to really know how to talk to people, show people a house, walk around, really talk about the features, the benefits, listen. I think the biggest thing, any salesperson's listen.
The biggest thing is listen.
Yeah. So it's like, I know a lot of people is like, when you think of salesman, you're like, oh, he talks a lot and blah, 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 it's real quick and fast.
Yeah.
And, you kind of thinking of that, but the best in the business know how to shut up and listen. So yeah, I kind of did all that stuff and, then worked with my mentor. I kind of got into a lot of investment properties, off-market properties, those type of deals where it's like flips or buy and holds, where you buy the property and rent it out.
Mm-hmm. And you're known as an off-market specialist.
Yeah.
I like realtors in the business.
Yeah. I like that side of the business because it is, it's a bit less like retail-y or corporate-y. It's kind of more, wholesale, what they call it. But for whatever reason, I think it really brings the clients a lot of value.
Yes, it
right?
does. Mm-hmm.
For one reason or another, the client has a reason that they don't want to list on the open market. And that can be for various reasons, but you respect that and you want to do what's best for them. And I think that's the biggest thing is like we're in the service business. We want to do what's best for our clients. And I've always been a long-term thinker where it's how do I make this relationship long-term rather than some short-term gain or this or that or whatever the case may be. But with that being also said, it's like I'm big on real estate because I feel it's such a generator of wealth.
Yeah, it's a powerful tool.
Yes, for you, for your future kids and generations or whatever, it's a very, for the most part, a scarce resource. It's a finite resource.
You're always gonna have to have a place to live.
Yeah. I feel like even no matter what technology, it's hard unless you make some like capsule corp, Dragon Ball Z type thing.
Yes,
right.
Real estate is recession proof.
Yeah. It's the market obviously changes within.
It's always gonna change.
A year and thing. But if you take any past decade, real estate has always gone up.
Yeah,
always gone up. Mm-hmm. So, and I bought my first home at the age of 21. I bought my first home at the age of 21. I bought it at a great time, 2011. So it was at post-market crash. So
got it pretty cheap, huh?
Yep. And also the realtor I used at that time, I won't say his name or anything.
He's a big shot.
He is.
He's a big.
He is, but it's like, I don't know. I felt at that time he kind of didn't care. You get that, like, just whatever. I found the house. I did everything and everything like that. So
but do you think he was early on in his career at the time?
No. He was pretty big even back then.
Dang. How long has he been selling real estate?
A long time. I guess he's good at what he does. I feel like sometimes, especially when you do get this, feel like this bigger persona or something, or you think this big or whatever, or you feel like you can pick and choose the clients, which is to a point extent is true. But I feel like, hey, if you didn't want to work with me or something like that, then it's just like, don't work with me.
Yeah, let's not waste each other's time with that. No,
but if you want to work with me, it's like, show me respect.
Yeah.
Right? Just like I would want to show you, and that's it. Yeah. I think it's sometimes where it's like, when you're like, you want to get whatever, right? $20, $30, whatever, right? When you start a business, you just, whatever the money is, right? Then when you get to a certain point, they're like, oh, I only want to talk to people that give me $100. Oh, now I only want to talk to people that give me $1,000. Oh, now what?
It's just distasteful.
But it's okay. It's your prerogative, right? It's your business. You can do what you want, everything like that. You can talk to who you want, but then just say no to that person.
Don't string them along. And,
don't get them there and then just say like, oh, okay, or don't give them the full value service what you feel. But I digress. Whatever. So that's kind of my real estate story in regards to how I got into real estate, why I'm in it, why I feel it's such an important thing. But now let's kind of talk about how these two, who met and everything, come together to make, Superior Realty Group, and why we came together, why we felt like, why the industry needed something like this. And I can tell you my reasons, but I want to hear yours first, and then kind of go from there. Yeah,
I think that me and you both have some crazy ideas. We go back and forth with ideas a lot, where some people would be like, no, I don't want to do that. But I think that especially in Minnesota, like real estate is just tiresome. It's just kind of like old and boring. There's a lot of old heads that are in the business. I was talking to a lender the other day. She's like, and we're around the same age and all that. She does very good for herself. And she's just like, we're like the next generation up in our business. A lot of, my mentors and all that are starting to check out now. And they don't grasp the power of real estate. I mean, not real estate, but they don't grasp the power of social media. They can't get in front of a camera. They don't want to do a podcast. They just want to be the family realtor. They've sold to the parent, or I should say the grandparent. Now they sold to the parent, and then now they sell to the kids. And that was basically like their bulk of their business, and they've been selling real estate, maybe like the guy that sold the house to you, for 30 something years. Now they're in retirement stage, which again, you don't have a retirement plan for a realtor. You just don't sell real estate anymore.
I personally think,
or a retirement party, I should say.
Yeah, a retirement party. I was like, retirement plan.
Retirement plan.
If you're a real estate agent and you're not investing in real estate, then I honestly don't know what you're doing.
And that's what a lot, like once you start, making money in the business and all that, then you get to that point where you can afford investments and all that, and then you start going. But yeah, a lot of them don't have retirement parties. They just stop and they just live off of their investments that they made.
I think the reason why I wanted to start something was inclusivity, making sure like real estate was accessible to everyone. To make sure like everyone had a chance to own potentially generational wealth, that there was ways to get into it where it's not just, because again, me as an immigrant growing up, we lived in an apartment in South Minneapolis, wasn't the greatest of places. I always looked at, I honestly, when I was growing up, I didn't even think about a house. I used to think about like, how cool would it be to have like couches and that fridge that has like the ice maker and the water and like stuff like that. Like,
just life's basic things.
Basic things, right?
Just basic things.
So like, that's the thing with me, is like, I always thought about how can I bring real estate to people who immigrated here, or people who feel disenfranchised, or people who don't feel like they can own a home. How can they start to build and stuff like that? And obviously being someone, surprise, two people of color.
Surprise.
We want to think of like, how can we do that? I think the Minnesota real estate industry and game is dominated predominantly by older white women. I think that is
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
I agree.
Which, nothing against them or
No,
anything.
not at all.
They've done very well for themselves and everything. But, I feel like, well, if all these movies are having, roles like, this superhero and this and that, then why can't we also, in something that empowers you, have that as well too?
Right. No, I agree. All right, everyone, let's let the viewers know why we started weekly deposits.
Yeah, for sure. And I think they also want to know, what does weekly deposit mean?
Yes.
Why we didn't name it Superior Realty Group Podcast. A lot of questions, right? I think the first thing is why we didn't name it Superior Realty Group Podcast, or why we had a different name. We wanted this podcast to be a reflection of our entire lives, right? Mm-hmm. Our not just our business, which is a big part of us, our career, real estate, but also, like you mentioned, we like sports, we like outdoors, our families, traveling. So we wanted this to be a very holistic type of view. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to have different types of people coming by from different walks of life, from different, not just real estate agents, or not just lenders, or not just anyone in the business. We want to have restaurant owners. We want to have fitness coaches,
CEOs of banks as well.
We want to have social
executive professionals, social media, like Imran was saying,
influencers. Yep.
Yep. So influence, it's a whole gamut of a lot of different people, a lot of different industries that will be on the show, giving you value and insight on how they've got to that point.
Yep.
What was the hardships? Because I think a lot of people don't talk about the hardships of how they got successful.
Yeah.
A lot of people just want to talk about the glamorized,
especially social media.
Yeah, on like Instagram. Again, the highlights and I made it, but how did you get there? What did you go through? What was the mental exercises that you did to get? Because a lot of this business is mental. Just like with sports, it is all mental.
But we want to, exactly, and we want to create the whole part of it, right? Yes. How does everything correlate? How does everything relate to one another? How does your physical well-being relate to your business? Mm-hmm. And I can assure you, if you're in better shape and everything like that, you will be doing better in your business. You will be better mentally and everything.
Have a better mood.
Mm-hmm. How do all those things come together? And then the next thing after that is, why do we pick the name Weekly Deposit? And I can assure you it has nothing to do in regards to financial or anything monetary.
By the way, I came up with that name.
No, we were reading a book, and we saw this person talking in regards to the book. They were talking about how people withdraw and deposit into your life.
Yep.
Some people come in and just withdraw your
all
energy.
They do is just take,
withdraw,
just
right?
Greedy little gremlins, just taken from you.
So they withdraw everything like that. And then there's other people that deposit into your life. They deposit value. They deposit love. They deposit wise words. They deposit whatever. So we wanted to be those people that deposit into your life.
Yeah.
We want to bring value. We wanted to bring other people from other walks of life to come, right? Because essentially you might not relate to the real estate side sometimes, right? Unless you're buying a home or selling a home. I don't know too many people thinking about homes in general unless they're, in that mood. So it's like, okay, well, how do we connect with the other people? How do we show who Julian and Emran are?
Yeah, I mean, we're real estate agents.
Yeah, of course.
We talk about this.
Yeah, that's a big part of us.
Day and night, yes, but
not everything.
Yeah, we are more than realtors.
We're not robots.
Yeah. We love what's going on in the world. We love business in different industries. Technology, which we're also going to get into soon.
Yeah. Like you said, traveling, technology, sports.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff. Minnesota food. I had to look at the can. I got serious about that. Food, other things that we like, in a form, this is also helps us in our real estate industry because people get to know us, right? The one thing they say is you want to do business with
people that you know and trust. Like,
correct.
Who's the real Imran? You know, or who's the real Julian Scott?
Yes, and that's why we wanted to do video too. We're doing the podcast, we're doing reels, because when we started Superior and Weekly and everything, we were like, how can we get in front of a bunch of people in the easiest way? And I feel like video is that. I mean, it goes on forever. Meaning it once you store it onto YouTube or whatever platform, it stays on as long. It's like, how many people can you reach via video versus picking up the phone or this or that, which you still should do, but
yes,
the video will always outbeat it.
Yeah,
once it starts to gain traction.
Well, we do a lot of value add real estate videos, so it just helps like our clients or people that look at our page, like, oh, like what's a homestead, or what's an appraisal, or what's going on in the market, or you know what I mean, or what's off market. A lot of people don't know. We just did a video on that, so
and I think
it's a lot of value add.
Yep, and I think we were talking about this too. Is like we want to kind of take you behind the scenes of a whole real estate transaction. We want to take you like the POV, the point of view of like if you're a buyer. What does that look like? You getting pre-approved, then you're going to look at houses, then you're finding a house, then your realtor writing an offer, then it getting under contract, then it's earnest money, it's inspection, it's appraisal, it's closing day. Like, we really want to shoot a video kind of documenting that whole thing. So when your time comes to purchase, hopefully soon, you already have that point of view of already seen what's next and what's going on and everything, and then maybe one from a seller's side or something like that.
Right, and if you're not, then that's totally fine. You can just look up our videos and be like, oh yeah, I remember Julian and Imran talking about that a year or two from now. Doesn't matter, we're not deleting it, so you don't got to worry about that.
No, we're gonna kind of keep churning out more and everything, and I think we'll pin this one for people so they know like why we're doing all of this and what we think about it. With that being said, we're going to kind of switch topics a little bit. I feel like we've talked a lot about real estate, about us. I've talked more about us than I feel like we've ever have. I've never.
Yeah, we have talked a lot about us. We usually don't.
Usually, we usually for the most part, as thing, we try to listen. Yep. But let's talk about some other things. I think the one thing I feel at least Minnesotan, and even maybe some other people, because I know we've been having some wonky weather, right?
Yeah.
So as for Minnesota, we've had snow this whole week, cold, everything like that. How's shoveling for you?
Man, you know what? Shout out to my barber on this. 3 days ago, I got my hair cut, and I pulled in, and it was snowing. It was coming down really hard. What was it? Like, 4 or 5 inches of snow?
It was like,
maybe more than that?
4 or 5 the first day, another like 4 or 5 the next day, and then like another 3, 4.
Okay, so
it was like back to back.
This was the first day. It was a snow day because I think most of Minnesota around the Twin Cities metro, school was canceled and everyone was going home,
which is rare. They usually don't do that.
No,
in Minnesota. For snow or freezing temperatures, they don't do that.
Yep. So with me being I would say dumb ass, if I can say that or not, I got stuck in a bank because I thought I could just ram it in because the snow. I thought the snow was soft enough, or I could just go through it to park in the parking lot. I didn't, and I got stuck. And I tried to get out. I tried to wiggle out the best I could, and my barber pulled up. He was just like, Julie, you stuck in the snow? And I think I was on the phone with you, and I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, let me park. I'm gonna park it. So he parked it or whatever. He's like, all right, so I'm gonna get on the hood, I'm gonna push it, and then you just give it a little gas, all right? So
that's a good barber.
I know, right?
Good friend.
He's a good friend and a good barber. Shout out to Fat Man. I hope you're looking at this one. But so he got me out of the bank, but it was bad. I think I seen just within 2 hours, I seen about 14 cars stuck in snow and in snowbanks.
And in another life, I was a insurance claim agent, and I can't tell you, like these days, and the phone would not stop ringing.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh, this accident, that accident, like it just is crazy. And to me, it's like sometimes I don't get it. It's like I understand, like if you've never lived here or something, like and it's new to you. But then it's like the people I don't get it, where it's like they're surprised that it's cold and it's snowing. Like every
year. Yeah, you live here. You made the decision to live here. You know, I'm talking about like full grown adults.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, just I don't think, I think mine is just a surprise. Like, oh my God, it's snowing. Well, yeah,
in Minnesota, in the north, we're bordered to Canada.
Exactly. Okay, let's kind of talk about, you know, we were talking about like we're gonna have fitness people and stuff like that. I know you told me that you recently started. Was it called 75 Hard?
Yeah, I just started 75 Hard. I think it's a great thing to do, especially at the start of the year. I wouldn't say it's my New Year's resolution, but it was just more of like a challenge that I wanted to do. I've done the sober 30. I've even went 90 days without any alcohol. But I think this challenge is really cool because it's more of a mental exercise. You know, it's not just like a physical challenge. Even though you have to work out 2 times in 1 day for 75 days.
Can you tell the listeners and the viewers what 75 Hard completely entails, so they have a little bit of
Yep. So it's two workouts a day, 1 gallon of water, 10 pages of reading any book that you want. You have to follow a diet. You have to take a picture every single day.
Track your progress.
Yeah, basically just tracking your progress and keeping accountable. I like it because they have an app, so I can just click and have reminders on there. So all right, I got this done, I got that done, I got that done. So that's really like the gist of it.
How's it been going so far?
I think it's going great.
Yeah.
Honestly, it keeps me on schedule because even with my business, like I'm okay. I gotta get this done because I'm working around this whole diet situation. Well, not that, this challenge that I'm doing right now. Like, I think it's great. I think it's puts you in a good mental mindset.
Yeah.
For you to finish the challenge or do the challenge, but then also for your business and your personal life.
Yep. What book are you reading for the 10 pages?
Sell It Sirhan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like Ryan Sirhan. I have one of my buddies. I told him I'm doing the challenge, and he just got on it too. He's reading David Goggins' book. So after I finish this book, I'm gonna go on to David Goggins' first book. I forgot what the name is. I think he's on his second or third book now, but I'm gonna read his first one.
Yep, David Goggins, interesting character. Super.
Yeah.
And Ryan, for people who don't know, Ryan Sirhan's a New York broker and agent, big time. He was on the Bravo show, $1 million listing.
$1 million listing.
Yep. So within our industry, he's kind of like the big guy.
Yeah.
But most people, the general population doesn't know him. Got something caught there. Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay, so the 75 Hard, fitness wise and everything, you really like it. Me personally, I joined this gym called Fitaholic in Ham Lake. Shout outs to Damien, the owner, and the other trainer, Mikey. I mean, dude. Killing me, man.
It's killing.
It's 45 minutes, but it is, I promise you, the most intense 45 minutes ever. It's just like nonstop, go. And I like it because, I think the thing is, it's just like you got to show up. Just that's step one. And
that's the biggest thing with working out.
Yeah, just show up.
Just show up. You got half the battle done.
Honestly, that's in anything. I remember my mentor used to tell me just show up. So that is like the first and easiest step you can do. The rest kind of just takes it.
You figure it out.
Honestly, sometimes you fall into some great deals and stuff by just showing up, being in the office or this or that. So show up, the gym, the office, whatever it is, just show up.
Show up, please.
So I've been doing that workout, and it's been amazing. It's like 2 HIIT classes, kickboxing class, a HIIT class, 2 HIIT classes, and 3 strength classes. So it's like 6 days a week, and you can just come to the class, and it's 45-minute class. It starts at 5 a.m., last class is like 4:30, so it's like.
How does your mood now that you're doing these workouts? Like, what is your mood? Do you wake up earlier? Do you feel like you're more motivated? Like,
yeah, my sleep is better. I wake up earlier. My stomach,
is it going down?
Yes, I
had to throw that in there.
I'm gonna do one of those photos with like the old pants and the new pants, so you guys know how much weight I've lost. No, it's like before I couldn't move. What was that show? 600 Pound in Me or something like that? Yeah. No, and nothing like that. But no, I just wanted to kind of be in better shape. It's like, to me, and I know this might be a controversial thing or something like that. I don't see how it is. I think it's pretty selfish of you for not being in at least healthy and in good shape. Because if you have family you love, or you have friends you love, or you have kids you love, I think it's very selfish of you to not at least eat healthy or try to do some minimal exercise to live longer for them.
Yeah, but I also think some people go through some mental things as well. Well, and they're just like,
it's like, I don't want to cop out the mental thing. Like, okay, I get the mental thing, but I promise you, if you take care of the physical, 90% chance the mental will be taken care of as well too. Because when you talk to the mental people, it's like, oh, okay, have you moved today? Have you got some sunlight? Did you eat healthy? Blah, blah, blah. And it's no to all those. So of course, that physical, being in a terrible way is going to affect the mental. It's all combined. It's all one. It's not like your mental is different from your physical. It's all one.
Yeah, I mean, I could see a physical change. I mean, I'm only on day 5, but I feel like, and I drink water, but I've never like planned to drink a gallon of water every single day.
Yeah,
and I'm constantly going to that bathroom, and it's a good thing. But like, I just feel like my mood is much different. Like I only drink water, and I go to the gym, so I have a protein shake. But those are the only 2 things, because I can't drink any alcohol.
It's like, I can't tell you how much I despise the food industry and everything here. It's just like the amount of the crap in the food. Remember we were talking about, like, what were we talking about? Hot Cheetos the other day, and we're like the red 40 in it. And
you showed, that causes cancer, but you showed me a really cool app.
Bobby Approved.
Yeah, can you tell the viewers what Bobby Approved is?
Bobby Approved, I love this app. So okay, I'm big on like just watching people and things and learning as much as I can. So I came across this guy named Bobby, and he created this app to let you know, like, if something is healthy in regards to process. So if you see a label on it, right, and it has a barcode, you can scan it, and it'll either give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Super simple, right?
Super simple.
So you just take a game changer. You take something like a granola bar or something to it, and it'll either tell you, like, hey, this granola bar is healthy, the ingredients in it are healthy, or it'll tell you, hey, this is not healthy. Some of these ingredients you should watch out for, but here are some healthy alternatives.
Yeah, no, I think that's really good, because now companies are getting smart. They're like repackaging and all that. So you think that, like, healthy, they'll say some key things, you know what I mean? Maybe like vegan or something like
clean,
that.
Organic.
Clean and organic. You'll be like, oh, I'm being healthy. I didn't get a regular bag of Doritos. I'm going to get the organic stuff.
Exactly.
But if you read the fine print and you look at it from that
ingredients,
it'll say, like, no, it has, like, what's that, cornstarch?
Red corn 40. Syrup.
All that stuff.
Circulose, it's just like it's just a bunch of
and then you look at it, you be like, you got me.
And it's just like, it makes you feel bad as things like that's why it's like I'm big on just trying to eat as whole foods as much as possible. If you do want a snack, try to get a healthy one, like some nuts or pumpkin seeds, which we always snack on here. Protein shakes.
We're big on health here at SRG.
And again, I think it correlates very close. Your physical well-being helps your mental well-being. Like I don't know too many great in shape people that have mental health, and then not to say there isn't, but a lot of them they can cope with it better. Because I feel like everyone has their anxieties or this or that, but it's
that's a normal thing.
It's how do you cope with it?
You're a human being.
Correct. Do you let it shut you down and the whole day is done, or do you keep on going? Let's talk. I know we got smashed last weekend. Let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings.
Good old Vikings. Oh boy.
Right, we went to Lambeau Field, got smashed up, but I felt like okay, it's like that game mattered, but it's like whatever. I feel like okay, yes, we're playing for second seed, but honestly,
I feel like every game matters at this point.
It's like okay,
could have got the number 1 seed with a bye week.
Could have, but they would have been hard.
We got a couple of injuries.
Yeah,
it would have helped.
Philly, got a couple of injuries too. I think the Vikings thing. If we do get second seed, then we would have to play either the Packers or Lions, and
you don't want to play those guys?
Not the Lions. They've been killing it.
They just lost their last game.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't. They played the Saints and beat them like 40-something.
Oh, the game before. Yeah, the game before they
Who did they
lost.
lose the game before?
I forgot who it was, but they got smacked though.
Really?
Yeah, they got smacked.
I thought they were on a win streak. I thought they were like on a 6 or 7 game win streak.
We might have to look this. I swear I think it was the game after they beat us. Then they played someone else, and then they lost, and now they're back on it again.
Okay.
Because that's how they tied in the race with the
Panthers beat them.
Yes. The Panthers beat them.
Yep.
That's how the Packers got back into the race for playoffs.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it'll be exciting to be back in the playoffs as a Viking fan.
Yeah.
As a Minnesota sports fan, we don't get our hopes up. We kind of.
It's exciting to see though. Like it's giving me that. What was that? The 2017 season when we had the Super Bowl.
When we won nothing.
Well, I mean, come on now. Yeah,
I know. But
we got to the NFC Championship game with a backup quarterback. Like, come on. What more do you expect?
Who a backup quarterback?
Case Keenum. Case Keenum, he's a backup right now. For yeah. He threw that pass to Diggs.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Favre. Sorry.
No, we gonna win the Super Bowl with a backup? Like, come on.
Yeah, the chance of that happening.
Hey, come on now. Only one to do it in the modern days, Nick Foles.
It's like, yeah. And here's the thing with me. It's like I don't want to celebrate like coming in second or
shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, it's like oh, NFC champion. I'm like, so is that a Super Bowl? No. That's like Tom Brady celebrating like AFC champion. Like you think he's gonna do that? No, he's a winner. He's gonna celebrate Super Bowls.
Okay, but he also has one of the greatest coaches of all time in any sport.
The coach ain't out there throwing the ball for him.
But he's setting up the X's and O's though.
And he did it without the coach, didn't he?
They had a great squad with the Bucks though.
Hold on.
The Bucks is like the Expendables when he went down there. Come on, man.
Yo, did he not win without Bill Belichick?
He did win.
Yes or no?
Okay. He did win.
Bill Belichick win without Tom Brady?
He had a rookie, Matt Jones, that came in.
Question simple. Did Bill Belichick win without Tom Brady?
Okay, no, you can't pigeonhole these questions here or whatever to make yourself sound right.
That is.
Like,
not to say Bill Belichick is, if not the greatest coach in NFL history.
Do you agree on that?
Yes.
Okay.
To me, the greatest coach in NFL history. No thing. But it's like I can't put the same emphasis on a coach versus a player. The player is playing. Like, yes, the coach is a great and everything, but
they had one of the top defenses in the league.
Are you talking about the Bucks?
The Bucks that year. They had one of the top offenses in the league.
Yeah. Obviously, if you get Tom Brady, you're going to build a team around him.
And their time. So all they did was just plug in, okay, Tom Brady, you come down here and make it all right.
So who's the final piece? Who's the final piece to the thing? Right?
I think you both got to give them respect.
I built the Louvre, and now bring the Mona Lisa in.
Okay. All right. Well, you got to give them both respect, though.
I know, of course.
You got to give them both respect.
100%.
And it was a sinking ship over there with the Patriots, so he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
100%. Okay, now going from football to football.
Football.
We're talking about football. We already got done with football. But football World Cup came to an end.
Yes.
Did you end up watching that final?
I did watch it. It was actually pretty interesting. And
what a final.
Yeah, what a final. It came down. I feel so bad for him. Is it Mbappe? Mbappe?
You said it like Charles Barkley. Is it Mbappe. Mbappe.
Okay.
Kylian Mbappe. Yes.
All right. Well, Mbappe, I feel so bad for him, man.
I mean, I don't, because he's already won one. He won the one in 2018, so he's already has a World Cup. And he was under 20 years old and won the World Cup.
But it's like, Dang, I gotta put the team on my back though.
Yes, obviously there has to be a loser in a final. It's sad, but I'm very happy that Lionel Messi got his World Cup. He deserved it. Shout outs to the GOAT, even though I'm a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah.
Great job.
Great.
Well done.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Argentinian national team in Argentina.
They went crazy down there in Argentina.
And it's still partying. I think we have one of our clients going there soon. Lisa, remember she talked to us?
Oh, yep. She's down there. Going down there.
Yep. So, that was what an exciting finale. Like Mbappe at 22, 23 years old nearly took them and carried the team.
He carried the team.
And he was just at the New Jersey Nets game too, by the way. But wow, at 23 years old, what were you doing at 23? What was I doing at 23?
Not even close to that. You don't want to know what I was doing.
But yeah, exactly. But exactly. One, being 23, then having the pressure to not score one, but two, but three penalties. Man, that. Hey, big ups to him.
Didn't he score all the
goals? That takes a strong mental.
Before the penalty kicks, didn't he score?
Yeah. He scored all 3 goals.
Jeez.
But he scored 2 penalties in the regular time. He scored that insane volley where you just hit it. And then he also scored in the shootout.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was, man, what a final. I think the best World Cup final I've ever seen.
I wonder how that locker room was when Mbappe
the lost one.
Yeah, I wonder how that locker room was when he went there. I just want to know the death stare he looked at all of his teammates and coaches.
Yeah. They had the president of France consoling him, and then people were like, would LeBron want Joe Biden consoling him? Like get off of me! I just lost this big game. What are you doing?
Why are you next to me right now?
Yeah, it's just such a weird,
get away from me.
I know, I get it, because I get it, then it's the whole country thing and stuff like that, but it's I don't know, whatever. And then the whole Salt Bay fiasco, did you see that?
That was another level of corniness.
Yes, he's just a weird guy in general, but then the whole point, he was trying to
This is Salt Bay with the...
He was trying to tug Messi back and this and that, touching. So no one can touch the trophy but things. So these trophies and stuff, whether it's NBA championship or anything, even when they go on to display and people get to take pictures with them, you cannot touch the trophy. So when I went to go see the Premier League this summer, when Bayern Munich was playing Manchester City at Lambeau Field, they had the Premier League trophy, but no one could touch it. You can go stand next to it to take a photo, but you cannot touch it.
He should have been arrested.
I don't know about all that, but yeah.
He should have been arrested for his antics.
Yeah. So, but that was super crazy. World Cup is now done. The next one, 2026, 3.5 years away. And guess, lo and behold, where is it? Here.
Oh, isn't it in Mexico too?
Canada, U.S., and Mexico. So North America is hosting the next World Cup. They have a few spots in Canada, Vancouver, Toronto.
Where in Mexico?
Monterrey, Mexico City, and Guadalajara are the 3 spots in Mexico. And the stadium in Monterrey is, oh my God.
So it's not going to be by any beaches.
Beautiful. We'll have Alec throw up what the stadium in Monterrey looks like. It is absolutely stunning. It just overlooks the mountains and everything. So I think Monterrey was the one place I wanted to go to for a game. In Vancouver. I've always wanted to go to Vancouver. I've heard nothing but great things about Vancouver. So that's a place I really want to go to.
No, it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be real fun.
Yes.
I would love to go to Mexico or I've never been to Canada. So I think that
you should ask your mom about 1994 World Cup that was here. I mean,
I can ask her.
Right.
I was 1 year old.
I'm sure she's
probably, no, she would know.
Yeah, exactly.
She would know. Wow. That's interesting. Let's chat about switching topics and going into the big craze. What you showed me, this is amazing in technology for all you tech heads out there. Is the Chat GPT?
Yes. So AI, man, it's crazy. So Chat GPT basically,
it's scary.
Yeah, it came out I think sometime in November of 2022.
Yeah.
And when I say it came out, meaning it was now. Democratized, meaning that the general public can use it. All you need to do is sign up. And I think it reached 1 million users in the fastest time of any app or anything at all.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's like you bring this up because I literally was just on a screen here that was telling me about Chat GPT, and it's like how crazy it's selling and everything like that. But it's basically a AI where it can talk back to you. And you can ask it questions. You can tell it to write things for you. Hey, write an email to a friend, or hey, write me a letter, or hey, how are you? Hey, how's it going? It's
like you're talking to a real person.
Yeah, and it's in live real time.
Yeah, it's in live real time. What was the kid that got caught for writing a paper and he had it all on Chat GPT? Wasn't there something like an article that you were reading about that?
No, I'm not. I don't think so. I don't think so. But
someone got caught with Chat GPT that I don't know if it was on Instagram that I seen it or whatever. That they had a paper and they had it all on Chat GPT, and then I don't know, they found out and he got in trouble for it.
Oh, I'm not sure
because he didn't write any of it.
So it says, it does say here, it says, New York City schools ban Chat GPT amid cheating worries. So
yeah.
I could see that because it's like it can write papers for you at just like that. You can have it to write anything from like legal documents, things.
Yes.
Like it is crazy. And they're giving it they're talking about it being valued, the company that owns it, at $29 billion. But that's just we're talking surface level.
That's
here.
the surface level of what this
like
can
AI is going to be so crazy, and it's just going to happen. Like you can't stop it. Rather than like fearing it about it replacing you, you need to think how it can supercharge me. So how can it help me in my business? How can I get stuff done faster with AI? Hopefully AI can read our emails, know how we respond back to them, or text or stuff. But it is some crazy times ahead because AI will take a lot of jobs.
Yeah, and that's the scary thing about it, where people are like, "Oh my God, it's going to take like admin position." Hey,
I mean, a lot of positions. I don't think we can go into all the positions it's going to take.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff, and AI is just getting super crazy. And then there's this thing called deepfake I showed you. Remember?
Yeah,
where it's like
these aren't even real people.
Yeah, well, it's a real person. So like, let's say I'm talking, but when the end user sees it, they see someone else. They see like whoever we want, like Morgan Freeman, right? So I'm talking, I'm saying all of this stuff, but when you're seeing it, it's Morgan Freeman and his voice saying the exact things I'm saying.
That's wild. I want to ask the viewers, what do you think of the Chat GPT or the AIs? And is it scary? Do you embrace this new technology that the world or this company is putting out? Or are you like, no, we need to shut this down?
Yeah.
This can be really, really bad. You know, we're really interested to know what you think of it.
Comment below.
Yeah, comment below. Because I'm on the fence about it. If you just want to do personal takes on this and I get your views too, like I'm kind of on the fence about it. I feel like the government shouldn't let this out. But then I'm also thinking, applying it to myself, like, oh, wow, this is a really cool business tool that I can use.
Yeah. I don't think the government can stop it, so it doesn't really matter what you can't stop it. It's like the internet, like you can't, and the government's always behind. And
so you don't think the government can just shut down Chat GPT?
Something else will come and take its place. It's just the way of the world now. Like once that Pandora's box is open, it's open. So you're going to get more and more stuff. I mean, Google is working on their AI system in 2018, and their AI system can talk. So imagine that. Like, imagine you're doing sales call, and your AI is your ISA doing sales calls for you. How smart it could be. It could get over 10 million hours of calls.
Yeah.
Right? It could just search
and
AI.
There's not a salesperson that can beat that in the world. I don't even care if Grant Cardone gets on that phone call. No. It's not beating that AI.
Yeah. The AI, and eventually AI will come to get super intelligent. It will know stuff way beyond any boundaries. I mean, it will be smarter than the smartest human by far, because
it has all the technology. It has all the pitches, all the tones, all the rebuttals from every single, like 10 million sales calls. It knows.
or more, like depending on how much they can find on the internet, how much is recorded, they can tap into all that. I mean, the thing is like when we want to go somewhere into a new planet or somewhere, we always send, robots and stuff like that. So that's the way of the future once the robot combines with the AI. I know it sounds kind of like Marvel-y or something like that, like some Marvel movie or anything.
It's like, what have we done with technology?
Yeah, Terminator. I'll be back. Yeah, no, it sounds like that, but honestly, it is the future. It is coming, and it's like I said, you have to realize how do you adapt, how do you use this for to supercharge you rather than thinking replace you, because if you are thinking replace me, then you're done. You're done. You're going to be replaced. And it's from another standpoint, right? I think what people are saying is like, once people are replaced and stuff, how do these humans find purpose in life? What if like your job was your purpose or this or that? Then do you have to now bring in something like UBI, universal basic income, or like what? There's a lot of questions.
There is a lot of questions. I mean, if your chat or this AI thing is doing your job now, it's like, is the government gonna bring in UBI?
Yeah.
And
I mean, if AI, because before that didn't happen, right? Robots came and manufacturing jobs and stuff and took a lot of jobs and stuff, but at the same time, it was still there's still human involvement and stuff like that. But potentially AI can, for the most part, just take over anything a human can do and potentially even do it better. So AI can be smarter. It can be stronger physically because you can build a robot body that can lift more than you, run faster than you, jump higher than you.
Yeah, but okay, now we're getting into the actual Terminator. And when do you even think something like this? This is like 30 years from now.
I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I don't know.
So what do you think that the government's going to have like Cyclone or like a robot come out and that looks just like you?
No, I mean, there's a lot of robots already that look very humanoid. Obviously, it's not perfect yet.
Yeah.
But there's a ton of robots I can find you that are basically look very humanoid and talk and everything. It's once you combine the super intelligent AI with the robot body, so now it has the mind and it has the body. So then that's where you get the Terminator type thing. But then it's like...
Destroy it.
I heard someone talk about AI. Yeah.
Destroy it.
No, but it's like I heard someone talk about AI and they brought up a good point. They're like, just like us humans see ants, like we don't go out openly like killing ants or destroying ants, right? It's like AI would kind of see humans like that. But, like if we build a freeway or a house or something, then involuntarily we destroy the ant hill or something, right? So it could be something like that where if AI wanted to build something, then some humans might have to die and stuff like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Or like, what if the AI just feels like the Earth is better without humans? Like it gets super intelligent to the point where it's like human, and it sees all the internet videos and stuff, and it's like calculates like humans are pretty bad.
Yeah.
And it decides to like,
That's why I'm saying it needs to be shut down.
Swear to God, this is probably the same thing the Marvel guys are sitting there talking like, all right, super AI, right? No, but it's crazy, and we're gonna keep up with it. Hopefully, who knows? Maybe like episode 250 of Weekly Deposit will be Julian AI and Emron AI.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. No. We got to get someone that knows about this whole AI thing that's in that business.
It's
such an interesting topic to me because I know Elon Musk, which is basically a computer in itself. He talks a lot about the AI and
he's kind of more towards you. He's very scared of it. He's like, if we do it, we need to put regulation because he's like, it can get super smart. It can start to take over, and it can really, really do some real damage. So he is. Every time you've heard Elon talk about AI, his tone changes. He gets very worried. It's like he's literally scared.
Yeah, and I mean, he's a very smart person too.
Yeah,
so
incredibly smart. I mean, again,
if he knows the power of this, then we should be worried.
Yes, it's because I guess then the question comes to is who gets to control the AI or who gets to, right? That's the real power, right? So who gets to have the on off switch or this or that, or who controls that power? Okay. So I think that's the big thing, question wise, like what's going to happen there. But I don't think you can stop it. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Well, that's a very interesting topic. We're going to leave it at that.
Yes.
We just wrapped up. What were we calling this episode? The Phantom
Realtor.
The Phantom Realtors. I like
play
that.
on the Phantom Menace, of course, episode 1. That was the first Star Wars movie I've ever watched. So
for all you Star Wars fans out there, but I think we covered a lot of interesting topics today. Yeah. This was a very, very fun episode.
Yeah.
I would just want to thank the viewers for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you love what we talk about with our business, or if you have any topics that you want to cover or know about, questions,
real estate, Chat GPT, this, that, whatever, just, send it our way. We'd love to chat with you. And I think pretty soon, kind of leaving on one note, we will have a kind of Q&A discussion. So if you do leave a question in the comments, we will for sure try to answer it on our next podcast.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. All right.
Appreciate it, guys.
With that, we're out.